books that I was reading on a challenge was called The Monk Who Sold His Safari. I love that book, and I probably read it again over and over and over, because it was all about mindset and personal development. But it was so good, especially the ending. I didn't expect what happened to the monk, and how he got into his situation and what happened to his family. So anyways, but the other thing I've been thinking about is learning how to rest and realizing that you're worth more than just what you do and how well you do it, because life is meant to be lived and not just to do work. Work is great, and I love work, and it comes with pleasure, and it's great, but I definitely had to transition out of that. Now I need to transition back into some of these things that God told me to do. The other thing that's been on my mind is some things from childhood. I've been having some conversations with some people that I care about, and they keep reminding me, like, it's okay to celebrate yourself, Debbie. It's okay to feel like you're worthy. Stop and celebrate even the smallest wins, whether you pass a test, whether you, close the door on something that wasn't working for you anymore. Celebrate every little win. Celebrate even the things that you didn't do great, but now you know what to do better. And so it's like, I had issues with celebrating myself. I had issues with having attention. I didn't really want attention, and I wanted to be behind the scenes. And there was a sermon recently about doors and decisions at one of the churches that I was going to. Well, I am going to right now. And it was just so crazy, because he's like, God doesn't want any of us to dim our lives. He never created any of us to be hidden in the bushes. They say in the Bible, let your light shine for man to see. And for me as a child, the wound that I'm not dealing with, that I feel like I keep sweeping underneath the rug, is with my mindset and my esteem when it comes to celebrating myself and feeling like I'm worthy of celebrating. As a child, my father would come around, and especially when I was accomplishing things, recitals and graduations, and you know what I mean? He was always in the pictures, right? And there was a situation that happened at one of those celebrations when I was in high school, and it really did a number on my self-esteem, and it made me feel like, wow, and I'm not going to necessarily go into details, but it really shattered how I look at myself, to the point where I didn't even walk my college graduation. I did not have a college graduation. I told them to mail it to me because I didn't want to celebrate myself. There was so much pain attached to the accomplishment. But then I found myself wanting to accomplish things constantly. But at the same time, I didn't want to celebrate myself, but I still wanted to be doing things. It was such a dysfunctional thing that I am trying to unlearn and find healthier ways to look at myself and realize, you know what? I do deserve this. There was a point in time a couple years ago that I said, I will dread the day that I ever get engaged or that I ever have a baby. And the reason why I said that wasn't because I didn't care, or, even people who are waiting right now, or they want these things. I'm not saying that. It was because I felt like there would be this person that would come into my life to try to steal that from a moment from me. I would have to deal with this drama. You would only want to come into my life because someone else said you're worthy, or I want to, be with you. And now all of a sudden I'm worthy of your attention and your time. And that is such a sick way of thinking of things. But that was my mindset for a very long time. And even still today, like, I'm very, no, it's very, so I am trying to transition out of that and feel like I am worthy of, somebody wants to do something for me. Okay, great. And being okay with that. And then also feeling like I'm worthy of rest. If God took 6 days and said the 7th, I am resting, who am I to think that I must constantly work like I'm a robot? And I have to remember these two things about resting and knowing my worth and celebrating me and being okay with other people wanting to celebrate me. And these are things that I'm working on right now. And I cannot wait till I get to a space where I really feel comfortable with other people celebrating me, and then me celebrating me, and not feeling like I have to dim it down because other people have hurt me during those moments. And